In adventure tales, we witness an endless array of fantastical creatures and beings. Many researchers believe that these stories are merely the product of the vivid imagination of our ancestors. Others think that they could have been inspired by natural phenomena and familiar animals. However, enthusiasts of mysteries speculate that these beings might have a real basis. Many people wonder, where did the concept of one-eyed giants known as Cyclopes originate? Before we dive into the mystery of the Cyclopes, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get started. One of the Greek myths describes how the god Apollo rages after his beloved son, Asclepius, is killed by a lightning bolt from his brother, the ruler of the gods, Zeus. The Cyclopes were supposed to forge this deadly weapon for Zeus. In anger, Apollo kills all the one-eyed giants. This legend portrays the destruction of the Cyclopes as revenge for Asclepius's death. Homer, an 8th century BC Greek poet, speaks of the Cyclopes as a race, emphasizing Polyphemus, the son of the god Poseidon, whom Odysseus defeats. Hesiod, another Greek poet, claims that there were only 3 Cyclopes, and they were the offspring of the gods Uranus and Gaia. The answers to why one-eyed beings appear specifically in Greek myths can be found in the rich and diverse Greek mythology and the stories that shaped the imagination of people at that time. In 2003, Cretan farmers discovered strange bones in an olive grove, including a large skull with a massive opening. Could it be the remains of a Cyclops? Archaeologists, however, argue that this is not the case. According to them, these are the bones of a gigantic predecessor of today's elephants, which lived around 7 million years ago and reached a height of about 4.5 meters. The opening in the skull is not an eye socket, but a nasal cavity for a trunk. Scientists believe that the Greeks might have found similar fossilized remains a long time ago, which could explain the origin of the idea of one-eyed giants. The head of the excavation, Charalampos Faciulis, stated, "We don't have many of these fossils yet. Everything we discover takes us a step further." Further evidence suggests that the Greeks might have indeed considered the bones of prehistoric elephants as the remains of giants. The ancient poet Theocritus from the 3rd century BCE describes the story of how the Cyclops Polyphemus fell in love with the nymph Galatea. At that time, according to Theocritus, he lived in Sicily, where archaeologists have indeed discovered bones of small mammoths with a hole in the middle of their foreheads. On the Greek mainland, remnants of prehistoric elephants have also been found. It is interesting that some legends place the homeland of the Cyclopes in Asia Minor, from where prehistoric elephants could, as paleontologists claim, swim to the Greek mainland. This fact suggests that the stories of Cyclopes may have arisen inadvertently as people tried to explain remarkable fossils and discoveries. In 2013, an unusual creature with a horse's head and only one eye, strikingly resembling a spider, was born in New Zealand. This peculiar individual, which piqued the interest of scientists, unfortunately died almost immediately. This case raises the question of whether the origin of stories about one-eyed giants could be related to genetic mutations. Mutations may be responsible for various physiological deviations, such as a hairy face or a resemblance to dwarfs. Could these mutations lead to developmental defects that would result in the birth of one-eyed individuals? Another story from 2015 in Egypt brings the mystery to the forefront. In a private hospital in El Sen-Belavine, a boy was born with one eye in the middle of his forehead. Doctors refer to this distinct deviation, where both eyes merge into one, as cyclopia, according to myths about one-eyed giants. Kevin Davies argues that, in milder cases, the affected individuals have eyes very close together, while in more severe cases, they are born with only one eye. According to experts, cyclopia most commonly arises due to genetic disorders, although some cases may be influenced by external factors. Some researchers believe that a defect associated with the one-eyed appearance could be the result of poisoning a pregnant woman with cyclopamine. This toxic substance is found, for example, in the white hellebore plant, which ancient physicians often added to medicinal mixtures. Modern cancer drugs also contain cyclopamine. The use of this substance during pregnancy is said to affect the arrangement of chromosomes in the genetic information of the fetus and may lead to the birth of a child with one eye. Therefore, it may be possible that stories of cyclopes have roots in this rare genetic disorder. However, it is worth noting that individuals affected by cyclopia typically die within a few days of birth, and there is no known case where such an individual has survived into adulthood. This suggests that the cause of cyclopia may be more complex and may not be entirely associated only with genetic mutations caused by cyclopamine. In 1973, French journalist Claude Vorillon claimed to have seen a flying saucer above the volcanoes near the city of Clermont-Ferrand. He stated that a humanoid being emerged from it, revealing to him the secrets of the origin of life on Earth. This event likely contributed to the formation of the religious group known as the Raelians, who claimed to be in contact with extraterrestrials called Elohim. The Raelians also gained fame for their claims of human cloning experiments. However, it is essential to approach these statements with caution, as there is no evidence confirming their truth. The claims made by members of the sect, including Claude Vorillon, that sphinxes, centaurs, cyclopes, and other beings did not originate solely from human imagination, but are actual creatures created by extraterrestrials, are based on speculation and controversial opinions. This theory suggests that extraterrestrials, known as Elohim, conducted genetic experiments leading to the creation of hybrid beings, including humans. According to sect members, these hybrids were later destroyed by the Elohim. However, this theory is considered pseudoscience and lacks support in the scientific community. There is a lack of empirical evidence and scientific arguments to validate this theory. Most paranormal researchers, ufologists, and scientists reject these claims as fantastical and unscientific. Some ancient texts and records, as mentioned by the Egyptian priest Manetho or chronicler Eusebius, speak of strange beings and hybrid creatures. However, these descriptions are more within the realm of mythic and religious contexts and are not taken literally or scientifically. Swiss researcher Erich von Däniken, who delves into the theory of ancient astronauts, claims that the remains of these hybrids exist and were hidden in an Egyptian burial site called the Serapeum. However, these claims also face criticism, and there is not enough evidence to support them. In general, it is essential to approach these theories with critical thinking and consider that scientific research and evidence are necessary to support such claims. In science, there has not been confirmation of the existence of extraterrestrial beings that would have influenced the development of life on Earth. Ancient mythology is indeed rich in diverse goddesses and gods. In the case of Cyclopes, they are associated not only with the supreme god Zeus, but also with the god of fire and blacksmithing, known as Vulcan, Greek Hephaestus. Cyclopes are portrayed as giants who, according to myth, work in forges beneath Mount Etna in Sicily. The Romans believed that Vulcan, their equivalent of Hephaestus, had Cyclopes as assistants in blacksmithing. There are several interpretations regarding the connection between Cyclopes and fire, blacksmithing, and volcanoes. Some theories suggest that they could be the personification of blacksmithing associations, while others link their single eye to protection from sparks in the forge. Walter Burkert, a German historian, proposed an explanation that names like the Kabiri, Dactyls, Telchines, and Cyclopes could refer to blacksmithing associations. According to his theory, blacksmiths in the past covered one eye to protect their vision from sparks in the forge. Burkert suggests that Cyclopes in myths might have been inspired by real blacksmiths who had the habit of covering one eye. However, this theory is not universally accepted, and questions about why Cyclopes are depicted as giants with a single eye still remain unanswered. That's all from us for today. If you're interested in videos filled with mysterious mysteries, dark stories, legends, or monsters, and you crave more, subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any new videos.